What up? What up? What up? It's Rec League Podcast, man. My name is Randy Little. After 114 episodes, this is 115. So after 114 episodes, I hope that y'all know that y'all been listening, watching long enough to know the gist of what goes down on this here podcast. It is movie discussion. And on this movie discussion, we got my guy Rocket, we got Nick, we got Sig, and there's some news. You know, there's a new Superman. We talk about that, but mainly the primary topic of discussion on this episode is the third quarter of 2023, the July movies, the August movies, the September movies, and what we're excited for, what we're not gonna see, this, that, and the third. Theatrically, over the past couple weeks, we got Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. We got Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken, that closed out June. This past weekend, we got Joyride. We got a new Insidious. Upcoming this Wednesday, we got Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Hype. Theater Camp comes out on the 14th, Friday the 14th. And then the weekend of the next episode, right before season 6 starts, we got Oppenheimer, we got Barbie. So that's that. As far as Blu-ray and 4K of late, on the 27th of June, a lot of upgrades. Look like Creepshow got a 4K, National Lampoon's Vacation got a 4K. I see a Mallrats 4K, some Mission Impossible 4K Steelbooks, Evil Dead Rise, Tales of the Walking Dead came out on Blu-ray, Big George Foreman came out on Blu-ray. I'm not going front like I really know what Young Sherlock Holmes is. I don't know if it's a show or a movie, that's all I'm saying. This past July 4th, July 4th was a Tuesday, so there were no huge releases. So it's we got another Mission Impossible 4K Steelbook or two. Looks like Jaws 2 got a 4K. The Truman Show got a 4K. Upcoming this Tuesday I hope you've been saving for, because this Tuesday is kind of crazy. After Hours from Martin Scorsese's coming out on Criterion. Scream 6 finally coming out. Sisu, Beau's Afraid, another Mission Impossible Steelbook or two. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. And Walmart, y'all better have selection. If I get stuck with that damn exclusive, I'm gonna lose my mind. Book Club, the next chapter is gonna be on physical. Carmen with Melissa Barrera. She got 2 movies coming out on physical on the same day. It's kind of crazy. Fans are spoiled. And then the Tuesday after that, the 11th of July. The 11th of July is this Tuesday, my stupid ass. The 18th of July. The 18th of July, it looks like Les Mis gets a 4K. South Park seasons 21 to 25 on Blu-ray. The Last of Us, I did not have that on my list, so that will be purchased. Love Again, which came and went to theaters in May. Is that Kino Labor putting out To Live and Die in LA? I might have to add that to my purchase, my intended purchases. So yeah, we about to be in here. Like I said, some news is coming. Some new, I don't know, I had some fun. It's a Rec League birthday today too, so make sure y'all shout out the birthday boy. I'm gonna come back. We gonna be 4 deep. I'm gonna spit something at the end. It's Rec League Podcast. Hey, we're back. I know you guys aren't keeping score, but when I upload the videos onto YouTube and all that shit, this is the final episode of season 5. Rocket. It's been a good full season of Rocket.
It's been fun. Been fun for sure.
Eric's here, but I don't know how here Eric is.
Hello, can you hear me?
He's here.
Well, shut my mouth.
There you go.
Well, slap my ass and call me Judy. Pause for laughter, because we got to remember Alan Arkin right quick, man. Alan Arkin passed. One of the Hollywood legends out here. I'm not gonna lie, like every time Alan Arkin is in something, like he elevates that shit. But like I always just remember Argo. Like he kind of like he was the character that came up with Argo, fuck yourself. It was great.
Yeah.
It was hilarious in a very heavy movie. But Rocket, talk about Alan Arkin.
Man, anything he was in, like you just said, classed up the joint. You know, anything he was in, I was always interested in. The guy could do comedy. He could do something serious. I mean, in Argo is my favorite role that he played in that movie. You know, like it's based on true events, serious movie, but also he was somewhat of the comic relief. But he did it in a way where it wasn't over the top. It was in the moment, and it made sense. I mean, to be honest with you, I think he Alan Arkin. He's a person or an actor that doesn't get talked about a lot, but yet the guy's, to me, he's a legend. He's been doing this for decades, and to me personally, you know, he was always one of my favorite parts in the movie. When he was in that movie, I was always expecting. I couldn't wait to what came out of his mouth because he was that good.
Eric, what you got?
Overrated.
Respect the dead.
Nah, I'm just messing with you. I liked him in good old. He was I wouldn't call it the glue because I think the movie held itself together because it's just a good movie. But I liked him in Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah,
yes.
As the dad.
Yes.
I think he was a good balance between the drama and the comedy element, if that makes sense. I don't know when the last time y'all watched that was.
It's been a little while.
But I will say this. He stole Eddie Murphy's Oscar.
It is a great performance, though.
It's a wonderful performance.
Fuck.
Yeah, what'd you say, Nick?
It's one of those things where it's like, oh, shit. That's like a blemish on an otherwise great movie. I love Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Mark Rylance, Jamie Lee Curtis.
It's neck and neck. They would definitely...
It's a gang of Oscar thieves out here.
Yeah, but no, other than that, it's an excellent performance, and of course, you can't you got to remember that great performance in Dumbo. No, but seriously, that dude's been in the game, like Rocket said, and I think his first credited role was the year my father was born. And and that dude's been at it. And I don't know, these generation of actors, they get overlooked. And this is why most of them quietly retire. They don't make a big deal, like Nicholson, and there's other actors. I don't know if y'all remember Dabney Coleman. They're in that sort of generation. They ride off into the sunset. Don't make a fuss about it. But he's a great actor. And if anybody did beat Eddie Murphy, I'm glad it was him.
Nicholas?
But that's... Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, I was like, a lot of times, like, actors pass, and they're like, the last actor from the golden age and all this stuff. And I'm like, there are a lot, like Gene Hackman just kind of, like, retired and everything like that. It's like Alan Arkin just he just kept working. That's how I was, like, taken really aback by it. I was like, hey, he's old. But it's just like, I don't know, like, he was doing the Kaminsky method, and he just did voice in the Minions last year. So I remember hearing his voice. I was like, that's Arkin's voice. He's still working.
Yeah.
You go all the way back. Like he's in a great movie with Audrey Hepburn called Wait Until Dark. Like a horror, kind of like a horror, like thriller. She's blind, and he breaks into her house to get some money. Or that's like it's like really good. Anyway, and he's in
So
the
it was
original.
the original Don't Breathe.
Yeah, it's very. But like, she's the victim, he's the bad guy. And like I said, like he just kind of never. I was gonna mention Edward Scissorhands because one of my favorite things about that movie is it's supposed to be like this juxtaposition of like the weird gothic horror gets put into like the suburban, like, you know, pastel colored houses and all this stuff. And it's like that doesn't work if all the actors aren't like perfect. That's why I love that movie, because
Yeah.
he's just like the suburban dad. Like he doesn't underreact to like my God, Ed, you've got the whole thing under, and it's just so fun. Like he's so good in that movie. And I love Little Miss Sunshine. Like Eric said, I'm not mad he won an Oscar for Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it was Eddie Murphy's year, so it's always kind of thing. But like I love that movie, and that's what a lot of people remember him. Like everybody was like, "Oh, I love the grandpa in Little Miss Sunshine."
Well,
but he's like a stealer.
If it wasn't for that Norbit marketing.
No. Don't get started on that.
And it's funny because like Arkin's next movie, like after Little Miss Sunshine, was the Santa Claus 3. And I'm like, that's as bad as Norbit. But whatever.
But it came out the following November.
Yeah.
Not in awards season, nomination season.
Advertising. He played the long game.
Yeah. Or Disney knew how to schedule. But Superman casting. Nick, start us off on that.
No.
Eric, start us off on that.
It's cool. I think like I like those choices.
Yeah.
Thinking like we still aren't grasping like why superhero movies are kind of underplaying, and it's like it keeps it like we need a break. As much as I don't necessarily need a break, it's like we need one. Like we need another Batman and Robin to Batman Begins. Like, yeah, like this Superman movie is going to come out like what, like next year?
25.
Yeah.
But technically,
25.
it'll have been 12 years since Man of Steel.
Yeah, but like how many things has Superman been in? There's a Superman TV show on right now.
Erroneous.
It's
Erroneous on all counts.
There's another Superman show on the WB or the CW, whatever it's called. And
it's very good.
Like,
I'm watching it right now.
I'm sure the animated show that's on right now is great. I'll probably watch it at some
I
point.
did enjoy those first 2 episodes, My Adventures of Superman, with Superman.
They're great. But to us, somebody who's like, yes, we love this shit, feed it to us. There's 10 more people who cannot keep track. Like there are 10 more people who are like, why wasn't Robert Pattinson in The Flash? Is this the thing that's related to the show? I don't understand their stuff. I'm like, you're not wrong. It's like Harley Quinn is in a million things all of a sudden. She didn't used to be in a million.
Season 4 starts this month.
She's in a million things. And so it's like just rebooting a new universe and just being like, don't worry, guys, we're redoing it. I don't think that's going to help as much like they are confident that it's going to help.
No.
Especially if we're spending way too much money on movies. Like, we aren't learning anything by letting movies like Transformers and Indiana Jones, like, bomb. If we aren't learning anything from that, then I'm like, you can get the best cast in the world, and I'm still not 100% sure people will be there. But I do like the cast. I think the dude looks good. I've only...
Pause.
He looks like... He looked good. He looks like... I liked Pearl. I'm trying to, stood out to me.
Yes, he's the projectionist from Pearl.
Yeah. Did he stand out to me? I don't know. Brosnahan as Lois Lane, I think that's a great choice.
Yeah.
What's his name? Skarsgård, Alexander Skarsgård.
One of the Skarsgårds, yeah.
I like him as Lex Luthor. For some reason, he's weirder to me than the weird one.
So you
Like,
want True Blood instead of Pennywise?
Yeah.
Okay.
For some reason, he's weirder to me.
I'm fine with either one.
He does like the weird movies like Infinity Pool, and I'm just like, I feel like deep down he's like got that weird Lex Luthor-ness that I need.
But nobody liked the last weird Lex Luthor.
And yeah, I like Jesse Eisenberg.
I did too. I mean, like 2 or 3 of us knew what Snyder was building up into, and the rest just gimme, gimme, gimme. I want the final product right now, and ruined everything.
Yeah. He could have maybe a Riddler, maybe, but like I like what he did in that movie as Luthor. That I was like, oh, he's a little freak.
Yep.
Luthor needs to be a little freak.
It's
like,
cherry.
Like he's obsessed with Superman for like some reason. Kevin Spacey, a freak in real life. He added that. Like if you watch his performance of Superman Returns, it's like he's weird. He's like a weird Lex Luthor, and I kind of like it.
And I dig it.
And I dig it, man.
Rocket, what you got?
They both looked the part. Rachel Brosnahan, David Cornsweet, they looked the part, But how does that play out? Now, James Gunn is directing it, writing it. I have no doubt it's going to be good. But like Nick was saying too, here's another reboot. Here's something else. It's sooner or later, the normies are going to they're just going to give up. It's like, this is too much. First it's Henry Cavill. Now it's this guy. And at the end of the day, I think what hurt these movies, like if you think about it, this movie isn't going to make much money because it's DC. Now, James Gunn doing Guardians Volume 3, Marvel. It's made its main name. It's prestige. Anything DC coming out, I'll be honest with you, The Flash hasn't even made $300 million yet. Besides Black Adam, that's made almost not even $400 million, just below $400 million. The last time anything made $400 million was Aquaman in 2018. That made $1 billion. Anything after that hasn't even hit $400 million. I mean, shit. You had Shazam, and I can't even remember what other DC project that didn't even make $200 million. And like Nick saying, let's refer to Batman. A lot of people say, well, where's Pattinson? I just think right now it's a little bit too convoluted, and projects are a little bit too close together, especially now with the writer's strike. Who knows when these things are coming out? That's the thing. It's at the end of the day, I have faith in James Gunn. I think he's going to do a great job. I think this movie's going to be great. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. The DC, how would I put this, brand is damaged, and he has to repair it.
Yeah.
But also, I think what hurt them, though, is I understand he has to make these announcements of, we're rebooting the DC. He has to get it out there.
Yeah.
I get that. But I think also by him doing that, that also killed the Flash a little bit.
Sure.
Ezra Miller's stuff off screen hurt it as well, but that hurt it. Blue Beetle, I'm excited for that. That's Dead Man Walking. Aquaman, which made $1 billion, who knows what that's even going to make? You know what I mean? And that's the thing is by this being the whole reboot, a lot of people whether they like the movies or not, at least you could follow. It's the same character, same Wonder Woman. Now it's a reboot here, reboot there. Well, like Nick's saying, even though it doesn't count, Superman and Lois show, Tyler Heckman, he's doing a great job. But that's another Superman. At least you could distinguish Henry Cavill was the on-screen. He was the TV version. Now we have another. It's sooner or later, just the normal movie-going people, they'll be like Nick said, they just can't keep up. We know what's going on, so we know how to break it down. But someone who's a casual just going here, going there, well, I thought Henry Cavill, I thought this guy was Superman, or I thought this person now we have someone new. So at the end of the day, I do like the casting. I think they'll do great. I don't know much about that guy, David Cornsweet. I know he was in Pearl a little bit, and I know he was on a TV show as well. But besides,
And like I did watch that show, and it was really good, but I don't remember him on it.
And that's the thing is, he's not standing up. But the good thing is, look at Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm a big comic book head, and I didn't even know who the hell they were. James Gunn made that work. So I think he could bring, someone who's not a big name is going to be put in the spotlight. Now, if he can't pull it off, boy, oh boy, that's not going to be good.
It's just so, like, as of right now, like, I was thinking, like, in the future, when this, like, right now, theatrically, there are 3 different, like, universes. There's the, like, DCEU, which has Ben Affleck and all that. There's Robert Pattinson, which I've heard rumors that they're going to try to do more set in that world, which, like, why would you do that? And there's Todd Phillip Jokerverse, which separate. And I'm like, bruh, like, I can't explain to my mother why Jared Leto isn't in these Joker movies anymore. She's a Jared Leto fan. And I'm like, I don't know. I truly am like, I don't know. Was he that? That's what? They were like, no.
Nah. I mean, the fact of the matter, James Gunn inherited a mess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And one thing I did announce that I think is official, that I like that he's doing, it's not going to be an origin story.
Right.
We don't need that. Everybody has an idea of who Superman is and why he is. And James Gunn is a good enough storyteller to fill in the blanks to the normies out there. The thing is, I think, is he going to make a good movie? I think so. But the thing is, will people go see the movie?
Right.
And it's just a mess. And because if you go back and they need to make a movie out of the whole Snyderverse thing. Talk about a biopic. That'll be a hell of one if they're just totally
made by
candid
Netflix.
about it.
Sell the rights to Netflix.
Yeah, that's just so ridiculous. But the thing is, they were totally disorganized, trying to not necessarily do their own thing and try to be on the coattails, and they tripping over themselves. The MCU wasn't making them do bad.
No,
just themselves. But
what you eat don't make me shit.
What's the first official movie in the James Gunn thing? And it ain't the Blue Beetle, no matter what he says.
It's Superman.
It'll be the Superman. So yeah, they got a lot of PR that they got to do with the Flash, and then they like snatched the Flash out of like 1,000 theaters in the past week or something.
It's gone from my theater. We still have Spider-Verse, and the Flash is gone.
Yeah, and I mean the whole Ezra Miller. It's just like when it rains, it pours type of thing, and let it all happen, flush it down the toilet. The casting, I think, is, and another thing about the casting, God dog, I can't stand social media. Have y'all seen the memes? I saw one meme. It had the new Superman. It had PlayStation 2, then it had Henry Cavill, PlayStation 5.
I didn't see that one.
Stupid memes like that. The generic cereal is the new guy.
But when PlayStation 2 came out, that shit was fire.
It's stupid. I'm like, man, y'all not even giving dude it.
I saw one. The one I saw that like I was like, dude, that's fucked up, but it's kind of funny. Was like Amy Adams, Lois Lane, Rachel Brosnahan, Lois Lane. Like she's been announced. You haven't seen any sort of performance. Shut the fuck up, cuz. I think
I saw one where had Henry Cavill as like he would say, let's use the cereal term. I forgot what cereal. Like Henry Cavill was Cocoa Puffs. And
yeah, that's David the one I saw.
Was great value.
Great value.
Puffs, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
but my
Dr.
thing,
Pepper,
like
Dr. Thunder, it's so many of them.
Kevin Feige and Marvel, they got to start from the bottom. They created all of their shit from scratch. James Gunn, Peter Safran, they got to clean up a mess and try to put together a concise universe. But next, we'll talk about this if all of y'all heard about it. Did y'all hear about the Deadpool thing?
Which one?
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody that's going to be in it?
Yeah, a female. I'm
getting nods from Nick. Rocket, do you know?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
If you don't know, you'll know by the end of the day. It's everywhere.
Just say it. Just say it. Doesn't. I think I know what it is though.
I don't want to.
It's not really a spoiler. It's everywhere.
Bro,
I don't want to.
I have an attention span of an ant. I'll forget it by the end of the show. So.
I think Rocket can hold out and not hear about it and be surprised next May.
No, I doubt that.
No way.
He'll know by 6 o'clock.
Jennifer Garner's coming back as Elektra.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Yeah,
okay.
Her and, Ben Affleck is coming back as Daredevil.
Is that confirmed?
Yes.
Like I feel like if Elektra's in it, Daredevil has to be in it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's just freaking out. Like, oh, they're bringing back people we don't even care about. I'm like, they're clearly doing something with the Fox Marvel characters.
Yeah.
But like, go off.
I think
it's based off the line of the Deadpool comic book series where Deadpool kills
the Marvel
MCU
Universe
or something like Marvel Universe. Yeah. So they're just bringing back the.
He's gonna kill the Fox Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
I just think if they're letting it leak that Jennifer Garner's in it, they have like bigger cameos in their back pocket.
Right, I think they're doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
I think those are design leaks.
Yep.
I don't know. It's the same thing. It's like that should make me really happy, and it does. I like Jennifer Garner. I like her at Elektra. I like Daredevil. I think we should have gotten a Daredevil too, but
I love
it's
Jennifer
just
Garner.
so much. Again, like No Way Home was great. I loved it. I really did. I loved it. I clapped with everybody, but like I feel like it ruined. I don't want to be like that guy. Like it ruined a lot of things. But like now every movie, it's like cameos. How many cameos can we put in? That's like The Flash was like. I don't want to spoil The Flash. It's only been out for a couple weeks, but it's like,
bro, nobody's seen it.
Yeah, it's already out of
Trust
theaters.
me. Look at the box office.
like The Flash, like that. Like they were like, and hold for applause. Hold, and it was like nobody left my theater. It was like these aren't even real people; they're CGI creations. Hold. Here's that thing you recognize. Hold. Like it's not working. So I don't want every movie to just be that. Even though I feel like 3 is gonna do something specific with it, and it will probably be really funny.
Oh,
We probably just shouldn't even like it should just let it be like a surprise.
Yeah, that's funny. Like Mel Gibson and Braveheart. Hold.
like I don't want to, but like those little cameos in The Flash, it was like and reveal.
Oh man.
There was not a woo. There was nothing in it.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. It's Yeah.
All right, so it shall be cool, but right now it's just words.
Like I would bet money that they're gonna do something with the Fox Marvel properties to like reference that Daredevil or Deadpool is moving over, and it will probably be funny. But like, we'll see. I don't know.
I mean, my theory is with all this, so Ian McKellen's supposed to be in it. Patrick Stewart's supposed to be in it. My thing is I'm guessing, because everybody keeps on saying, how are you bringing in this universe, like the X-Men characters in? I got a feeling this is how they reboot the X-Men characters by bringing in new characters in. Because remember, there's different variations of, the multiverse. By him killing off these characters, that does away with the Fox version. Now we could bring in a new Wolverine, a new Professor X, a new Magneto. You know what I mean? That's my theory, because Deadpool would be the perfect movie to do this in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember, he already did it once. He already killed off his own version of Deadpool in Deadpool. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's like, that's my point. He's already done that, so I see this is how they're starting to kill off the Fox Marvel characters, like Randy was saying, just wipe them off, and now we're going to start fresh and new. And now here's the new version coming in. But that's just my theory.
I want both versions of Fantastic Four in this movie.
I don't know about that, but I can tell you this. Mint Mobile has high-speed data plans for as low as $15 a month. And
hey, we're not famous enough for sponsors. Shut that shit up. And before we take our first break, one minor note. Nick's birthday has been moved to today. Happy birthday, dude.
Happy birthday, brother.
Yes. Happy 25th birthday.
I had the prop and everything. It was hilarious. When we come back, we'll preview July. All right, start off with July in this third quarter preview. First weekend of July is already on its way out. I'm on Box Office Mojo right now because this first movie I'm going to bring up, Wikipedia doesn't have it. Eric, you saw this, Sound of Freedom. You liked it?
Now, be careful. Be careful. Say certain words. No, seriously. Certain words about what the movie is about. Some people, I get in the YouTube pages like shadow ban because you can't say certain words.
You've seen it, fool. You be careful. I don't know what it's about.
Yeah. Oh, so y'all haven't. So yeah. So I have seen it. I think it's a good movie. I think it's a really good movie with Jim Caviezel. It's based on a true story of a gentleman from the Homeland Security Department who tracks certain illegal activity that people do, and it involves children that he tries to rescue. And I'm surprised they got a PG-13 with this movie, just given the subject matter, just what it's about. But it's a good movie. It's one great scene in the movie that involves it's a monologue scene, involves a supporting character, and that I'm like, okay, they're not trying to just sleepwalk through this movie. It's they really put their all into this, and I recommend it. I highly recommend that people see this. It's an important movie, and I think it's more people should know about the person that this movie is based on and what he's trying to do and what he did.
All right.
But yeah, that's my take on it. It's definitely a very good movie.
This past Friday, we got Insidious: The Red Door. That's more y'all lane than mine. Joyride, the international road trip R-rated comedy. And then I forgot about this, but The Outlaws, Pierce Brosnan, Ellen Barkin, Adam Devine came out on Netflix.
Has anybody heard? Oh, Netflix.
That's why. Never heard of it.
Adam Sandler was pushing it, and I was looking into why he was pushing it, and then I realized it was a Happy Madison production.
Yeah.
When did that come on?
Friday.
This Friday?
This past Friday. Your weekend's not complete, sir. Rocket, did you see Joyride?
No. Actually, like I said, this weekend, this is the first weekend in about 2.5 months that I did not go out to the theater and see a movie or not.
No.
Yeah. I haven't even seen The Witcher season 3 yet. I've been catching up with, like I said, Superman and Lois.
Never heard of her.
I'm on, next to last episode of season 1. I've just been catching up on TV shows right now.
Talking about with, the way the box office is now. It's like Rocket did that this week. This was kind of like a breather week after ending for Mission Impossible. So he took this week off.
Yeah.
Take multiple weeks off. They'll go see one movie and be like, wow, that was my movie theater trip for the next few months.
Ass.
100 movies, a Spider-Man, a Little Mermaid, a Transformers, an Indiana Jones, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, at one point, I thought I should have just applied to work at AMC because I was there almost every week.
Yeah.
So,
Feel that.
So.
There's no my ass.
Yeah.
Walking there, better not fuck with my seat.
The other three of us saw Joyride, though. It's hilarious, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There were probably 10 people at my showing, total.
Dude.
And they were howling.
Yeah. It's just.
Yeah. It was me. I went to the 11:30 show Friday morning. It was me and this older white lady who, like, I sat back in the, like, handicap section. So there's, like, a space, but she sat in, like, the middle handicap section. So basically right next to me. I was laughing at what was funny on the screen, but she was laughing harder than that, which had me laughing harder.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's funny how that works. The theater, what, 10, 15 people. I went to the 8 o'clock show, and you'd have thought it was a full house. Like, everything was, like, man, yeah, it's a breath of fresh air, that movie. I'm so glad. I wasn't going to go see it. I'm glad I did.
Yeah. Dude, like, that's why, like, it's to me, it's better than No Hard Feelings because all the funny from No Hard Feelings was in the trailer. There was more funny not in the trailer from Joyride.
Was it one of y'all who said y'all felt like, I haven't seen No Hard Feelings, but I think it was one of y'all who said you felt like they held back?
That was kind of the general. Was like it marketed itself like the R-rated comedy is back, baby.
Yeah.
And then like thought it was kind of like they pulled their punches.
Aside from like one scene. Aside from that one scene, Nick knows the best scene in the movie.
Yes.
That scene. Everything else was kind of like, it's funny, but it could have been funnier.
No, yeah, like I laughed at No Hard Feelings. I thought it was a good movie. But like this was distant, like kind of like The Hangover, Knocked Up, something like that, where it's constantly throwing out jokes and landing most of the time.
Even Good Boys.
Woo-hoo-hoo. And like it was a touch. I don't know if predictable is the word. But like maybe like a kind of
1,000%.
This I know where it's probably going to like. There's going to be comedy, and then it's like the two friends. It's going to be kind of like Superbad, where they have to like confront where the different places they're going. Like, yes, it hits the beats,
right?
But it was really funny, and like that is like important. Like a movie that wants to be funny and actually is.
Yeah.
More painful than like going to see a comedy and just kind of like sitting there.
And it's like I sort of mentioned in my little mini review, you expect these beats to be hit or tackled, but the thing is, do we care?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think this movie does that well. We do care that they're doing this, and we hope what happens, whatever. And that's the thing about it. If we don't give a damn about them, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Yep. On Wednesday, July the 12th, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Fuck me. The Mission Impossible regulars: Tom Cruise, Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson, all back. Familiar face from the original, back. Haley Atwell, new addition. Christopher McQuarrie, who's directed every movie since Rogue Nation, back. He doesn't miss. I dislike that Tom Cruise decided to stop getting a different director for every movie, but McQuarrie hasn't missed.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
I think it's a combination of, well, they hit it off, and JJ was probably super busy doing all the crap he was doing.
Oh yeah.
And Brad Bird went back to animation, so his schedule was.
Is Bad Robot still producing these?
That's a good question.
I know Skydance was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do both.
And I mentioned in the chat, Pamela Wagner. You remember Cruise Wagner production? That disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed it watching Ghost Protocol. But I think Nick brought it up in the chat.
It says Tom Cruise production.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Tom Cruise in.
Yeah, it doesn't look like. It doesn't look like Bad Robot's doing Dead Reckoning. They did Fallout though.
That's not good, robots.
And then
but I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah. On the 14th, it looks like Theater Camp comes out.
That looks really funny.
I was about to say, Nick, you said you were interested?
I saw the trailer for that. I think it was in front of Asteroid City, and I was laughing at the trailer.
I don't think I've seen a trailer.
Mostly just because any movie that kind of makes fun of theater kids is to me, because I did theater in high school, but I was never a theater kid. I just always wanted to be an actor. That was my goal in life. I fell off at some point, but that's all I wanted to do. So by the time I got to high school, where they like actually did plays, I was like, yes, I want to be in all. Like the same 10 people were in every play because they were like, what's her name from Glee? Like that was just like the energy. Like it was just like, oh god, theater geeks. Like I wasn't in like drama club or theater club or anything like that, but I just wanted to be in the plays. So like anything that makes fun of like theater kids is like hysterical to me if it's accurate. Like I'm like, yes, that's how they are. Fuck them.
It looks like Ben Platt's involved. Wasn't Ben Platt was in Glee? He was either in Glee or in like Pitch Perfect or some shit. I'm sure he's got a background.
He's in Pitch Perfect, and he was Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah.
Right.
Total 100% theater kid, and then it's Io Edeberry from The Bear is in it. It looks very.
Molly Gordon. It's Will Ferrell's production company behind it, or is it Adam McKay's production company now?
I'll go see it if it like actually comes to theaters around me. I'll go see it.
Yeah. All right, and then hold on to your butts because July 21st is upon us.
Oh, Barbieheimer.
I mean, yeah. So we got.
Barbieheimer.
Do I need to say the titles? We got new Christopher Nolan, new Greta Gerwig. We're there. They clone Tyrone. That's a big weekend even on Netflix. The Beanie Baby movie on Apple wanted some smoke that weekend.
You off, Randy. But I guess shout out to Joyride. Like giving a shout out to Greta Gerwig.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean Oppenheimer, Barbie, They Clone Tyrone, The Beanie Bubble. I don't know who's gonna watch it. Somebody will.
I don't care about the Beanie Bubble.
Yeah.
It might be okay.
I'm at least watching those other three.
Yeah. I remember the Beanie Bubble. Like, I remember the Beanie Baby craze.
My mom was like obsessed with Beanie Babies.
I was not. But I remember it. I don't know if I care enough to watch a movie.
Yeah, I made the joke the other day, but Zach Galifianakis does not look like Zach Galifianakis in that movie. He looks very John Goodman.
Yeah, that poster. Where is he? Oh my god!
Rocket, which one are you seeing first? Will you watch Barbie by yourself?
No. At the end of the day, that's the tough question. Is like, do we? Because I know, my wife's family, her siblings, my niece and nephew, they want to go see both of them. So, but her siblings are younger, so I know they want to go see Barbie. So we might do something where whatever works out better for them, we might see first and then go see Oppenheimer. But I would prefer seeing Oppenheimer first and then seeing Barbie second. Because I think, like, we already know, like, what Oppenheimer's about. It's not going to be a happy-go-lucky.
No.
So,
absolutely not.
Barbie would be that good palate cleanser in that sense. So hopefully I would prefer seeing Oppenheimer Friday, Barbie either Saturday or Sunday.
I took the day off to double bill that shit. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long July 21st.
Yeah. How long? What's the running time for Barbie? I mean,
if I'm guessing, I'd say like 2:15.
Mm.
Yeah, no, it's just under 2. Wow.
Well, how long is Oppenheimer? 6 hours?
Literally 3.
3 hours.
You will be different when you come out of that theater than you were when you go in. You will be changed.
For sure.
I bought my Oppenheimer tickets for Thursday, thinking like, yeah, I'll do Thursday for Oppenheimer. But it turns out I'm seeing Barbie on Wednesday. It's like a thing. It's like I'm going like with a date. Like I was like, yeah, we'll go see Barbie. Hell yeah! And it's like at the theater, like right down the street from her place. So I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, it'll be fun. But it's like the Barbie beach blowout. And I'm like, oh fuck! I hope it's not like. I hope it's just an early screening of Barbie.
No, dude, you need the khaki shorts, the sandals.
Like Ken. You have to dress up like Ken to get in.
Or at least like Michael Cera.
all black, 100%. I might even wear sunglasses just out of spite. Like, I'm going to go there.
I got a question. Who's getting fancy with Oppenheimer? Any premium cinemas?
You know the answer to that.
I'm doing IMAX.
I would love to IMAX Oppenheimer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got in Dallas. I'm gonna make the trip. It's like 45 minutes. They have a 70 millimeter film print, IMAX print of Oppenheimer.
Damn,
So,
man.
go check that out.
45 minutes, that's worth it.
Oh yeah,
I haven't
especially going to Dallas.
Yeah.
Then what's up, Nick?
Oh no, I was gonna say I went to DC a couple weeks ago, and like just like driving past all these different theaters that I don't have. There was a big Cinemark. There was a giant AMC IMAX. I was just like, fuck, man, I'm missing out. I've got one IMAX, really it. I got another one about 40 or so minutes of.
That's worth it. That's worth 40 minutes.
Maybe. I've only been to that theater once. I went to go see Dark Shadows in IMAX for some reason, and we walked in on time, but the Avengers was going off still, and so we got to see the shawarma scene.
Oh wow!
I was like, "Hey, this is cool." But for some reason, we watched Dark Shadows in IMAX. It was a weird day. That was.
You got Tanya Paris, Jamie Foxx, a lot of John Boyega clones on Netflix. I'll watch They Clone Tyrone. I can't commit to that weekend though.
I watched the first trailer when it came out.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
So last weekend in July, you got the Haunted Mansion reboot. There's just another movie based on the ride.
Right, just another movie.
Yeah, like I think somebody asked me at work, or somebody asked me, "Is it a remake?" I was like, "Nah, like it's based on a Disney ride. Like it doesn't have anything to do with the Eddie Murphy movie. So like it might be a loose reboot. I don't know, but it's cool that it's directed by Justin Simeon, who did Dear White People, and made in the show, the Netflix series, and I'm not sure what he's done since. Lakeith Stanfield, Tiffany Haddish, Owen Wilson, Rosario Dawson. Did I say Danny DeVito? Cast is solid. Trailers have been interesting.
I wish I gave a shit about it. I'll go, but like, I don't like. I've never been to Disney World.
It's PG-13.
So like, never.
Neither have I.
It's so expensive. I don't understand how people go. So, but like by not going, it's like the Haunted Man means nothing to me. And like the movie with Eddie Murphy sucks.
Yes.
It's not a good movie. I'll rewatch it.
I was about to say we're gonna rewatch it though.
Not looking forward to it at all. Like it's not a good movie. I think I have it ranked dead last.
I have it bottom 3. I don't know exactly where right now.
Like Meet Dave. Maybe. Like I don't even think Pluto Nash is like as bad as the Haunted Mansion.
Damn. You don't like it that much?
I just remember thinking.
How about Osmosis Jones?
He wasn't in Osmosis Jones.
We're just gonna move right along.
That's Orlando Jones. I'm thinking about.
We're gonna move right along.
Is he?
But anyway, Haunted Mansion. It wasn't. It was supposed to be on Disney Plus.
Was it originally?
Yeah, and they moved it to theaters, and now I'm starting that they put it in theaters in July, so it could be on Disney Plus by October. So maybe more.
I'm curious with the rating of the movie. That is PG-13.
It's PG-13.
And it's like I like it, but it's kind of like they drew names from a hat. This ass in history, because like Jamie Lee Curtis and Jared Leto are like ghosts in it. It really is the most random. They're like, and Tiffany Haddish and Danny DeVito. But like I kind of like that. You'd think I would be more excited for it, and I'm like,
all right,
yeah.
You know we're all going to see it before Rosario Dawson, so
yes, sir. That's it for July. So, what I do at the end of every month, This is gonna be interesting. What's everybody's most anticipated movie for July? Nick's is obviously not Haunted Mansion.
Enough, it's Haunted Man.
Yeah, so what is it, Nick? Go ahead.
I guess Mission Impossible. Yeah, it probably has to take the cake. It's like Barbie and Oppenheimer. It's like I'm really excited, but it's more of like a curiosity, excitement.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen next week? Whereas Mission Impossible, I'm like, yes, put me in the seat. I'm excited. I can't wait for that movie.
I agree.
Eric, what you got?
Nah, I mean that's basically it. It's like, oh yeah, Oppenheimer. You're not gonna. I do want to see it real bad, but it's not that Mission Impossible level. Like, damn, I'm wiping, doing the behind the tree, rubbing my hands thing for Mission Impossible. Like, yeah, it's Mission Impossible. I think that's just easy across the board. It's got to be
right. Rocket is Mission Impossible running the table.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You got Plum Clementif, Haley Atwell, Rebecca Ferguson. I mean, should we keep on going?
Hotties.
I mean,
yeah.
But I was very excited for the new Insidious movie. I know we kind of brushed over that, but I like that series, and I love that like they make those movies for like $5, and then they come back and make $100 million. And the new one is keeping up that trend. I kind of love that. Wouldn't even mind if they made more of them. They're mostly, and I didn't hate the new one. It was decent.
Yeah, but you know something about that? I think a lot of people are, well, no pun intended, afraid to go see it because they haven't seen the last ones, not knowing that the last two were prequels.
Yeah, the last two were like nothing. I mean, they were good, but they like you could skip them before seeing this, and like you wouldn't miss a thing. Like they're just kind of, which I like.
Because this is the sequel to part 2.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I like that idea. I liked where they were when the movie started. It kind of like fell apart towards the end, but I was like, yeah, I don't hate this.
And isn't it directorial debut, right? For
Patrick Wilson.
And like you tell, like on the one hand, I was like, this is pretty good for a directorial debut, but you could also tell like it wasn't like an auteur. Like James Wan did the first two, and then Lee Wannell did the third one. And like you could just kind of tell like, horror people were doing.
Yeah.
Is this a Blumhouse production?
It is.
I mean, you gotta. I mean, I think from what I heard, I think it was the budget was under $20 million. So it was
million or 16.
Oh, it made back this weekend.
Yeah,
but that's the thing is look at you got. I got to tip my cap off to Jason Bourne because look at what they're doing. I mean, he's taking pocket change and turning it into profit left and right and making these quality movies. Mm-hmm. And yet we got people like like Indiana Jones that's budget's almost, forget Indiana Jones, Fast 10, $340 million. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, it's I don't know, but I know one thing. When, this is how confident I am, when Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning makes a lot of freaking money, Hollywood needs to call a meeting with Tom Cruise and ask him, what are you doing that we're not doing?
Bro, I agree. Look, he's coming off of Maverick. He's
prioritizing the theater experience, motherfucker.
Yeah, what? I don't know why they can't get it right. It's just, like, man, because all these big movies are...
Yeah, when y'all drop something in the theater, but in 4 weeks it's gonna be able to watch at home, and 4 weeks after that you can physically buy it. Like, who cares about going to the theater?
Yeah, y'all shooting yourself in the foot with that.
Top Gun did everything right.
It can't. Remember, that physical didn't even come out until like 6 months after the theater. Top Gun Maverick came out Memorial Day weekend to the theater. It didn't come out on Blu-ray 4K until fucking Election Day.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Yeah.
And Nick, you made a comment earlier about when we were talking about Alan Arkin, about the golden age, actor. I'll be honest with you. Henry Cavill, to me, he looks like a movie star. John Hamm looks like a movie star. Tom Cruise is the ultimate iconic movie star. Yeah. And he is the last of his era. If you think
He's the
about
last
it.
action star. Yeah.
So, exactly. And
Like genuine.
he's coming off Top Gun Maverick, $1 billion movie. If he comes out and there's another $1 billion movie, I mean, like Eric's saying, they're gonna Hollywood's be calling him. It's like, what are you doing that we're not? Because back to back, and two different franchises as well.
Yeah.
2 different franchises,
and not just that. I'm sorry, Nick. He broke the belated sequel. He's breaking all the codes.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a comedy, but it's still a belated sequel.
Facts.
Like, it's been 5 years since the last Mission Impossible, and I remember seeing like the Ghost Protocol trailer in front of, I think it was like Dark of the Moon. We were like, good God, how long has we had one of these? I was like, they really spaced the Mission Impossibles out.
Yeah.
People know like Tom Cruise is untouchable. He's really not. Like he did The Mummy and American Made like 6 years ago. I don't
Both
think
in
American
17.
Made, I don't think it was a flop, but I don't think it was like a huge. But you know, I think it was like he looked at Ghost Protocol, he looked at Rogue Nation, and it was like they marketed like the stunts and just like how much of that, like they were like, this is cinema, and he was like, he stepped back. Like,
they're banking on that dirt bike off the mountain.
Yeah, he's like, that's what works. Me being in The Mummy and just marketing it as you are interested
Dark
in the Dark
Universe.
Yeah.
That's what they did with Fallout. They're like, you're not gonna believe the shit that he does.
Halo jump, Halo jump, Halo jump, Halo jump.
And they're just gonna like he
just had to remember,
is in a plane.
Come and spend your money to see the mustache that ruined Justice League.
It's like,
you gotta remember,
yeah,
Tom Cruise's career was almost over. If it wasn't for Tropic Thunder, him playing Les Grossman, like he was on the decline.
But check
welcome
it out.
to the goodie room.
That. I mentioned Wagner, Pamela Wagner, who is his producing partner. Paramount dumped Tom Cruise and Pamela Wagner after he was acting a fool with the War of the Worlds press junket thing, jumping on the couch. And then, like, around that Tropic Thunder, I forgot what happened exactly. They, like, we're sorry. They called him back.
He was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't go on, like, Matt Lauer and just, like, make a fool of myself every week. Like, okay, let's fix it. And they wanted him to play, that's where, like, they wanted him to be Iron Man. They were like, we think this would be a great launch pad.
Yeah, that was the
thing with Tom Cruise. And they were like, maybe, we'll see.
Nick, you're being glib.
You're being glib. He's scary. That's something else that nobody ever talks about. It's like Tom Cruise is frightening. Like if he was like
intense.
Like he got shot with a squirt gun, and he was like giving an interview. That dude that used to squirt people with a squirt gun.
Oh yeah.
Like run away or be like, man, why'd you do that? And he was like, you're a jerk. Like he looked at him and he like stared into his soul. I was like, I would never squirt anybody.
All right, but let's break and go to August, because we can talk about Tom Cruise all day. Jumping into August, another Wednesday release. Wednesday, August the 2nd, with fucking Paramount. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. I'll be there on the 4th. Which y'all, I mean, these trailers have been great. What's y'all hype level looking like?
Well, besides Ninja Turtles, I'm curious about this Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross score. I'm just a nerd for them, a geek for those guys.
We know.
But yeah, I'm there right with you. Yeah, my 40 plus Ninja Turtle fan. I'm gonna get me the 40s version of the shirt you got on. But yeah, I'm there. They got my money.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked.
Thanks for taking away from Michael Bay.
No shit.
Those movies, like I thought they were fine. So I'm not the picky Turtle fan. I'm not like the biggest one, but I'm also not the pickiest one either. Like I'm like, new Turtles. It's fine. I don't.
That's how I am. I'm interested though, because like they seem a lot younger than what what we're known to seeing and all that. So
Well,
I wonder if this is going to be like a prequel to where leading to Shredder.
they finally got teenagers to voice Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They just sound age accurate.
Maybe that's
they always had adults.
Yeah,
they were teenagers, but they always had grown men voicing them.
My only thing is like my history with the Ninja Turtles is that Bebop and Rocksteady were created by Shredder, and if Shredder's not in this movie, they're kind of changing the origin. But if the movie's great, fuck it, I'll ride with it. So Friday the 4th, that same weekend, we got Meg 2, The Trench. I guess Warner Brothers was like, fuck The Trench as an Aquaman spinoff. We're going to make it the Meg sequel. So, what is this, the second sequel in the summer of Jason Statham sequels?
Right, you got 3 sequels this summer.
And then you got Shortcomings, the directorial debut of Randall Park. I saw this trailer before Joyride, and this shit looks good.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, me neither.
Well,
but
fuck
you
me.
said Randall Park, I might be there just for that.
I mean, my theater won't get it. It'll be a blind buy in like October.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
I never heard of it until just now.
Eric, have you heard of it?
No.
How is bumfuck Texas the only theater of Dallas and Minnesota and Richmond that got this shit?
To be fair, my Joyride, like I saw it today, so it was like one of those like early things. It only had 2 trailers in front of it. Then the movie started. So like, it probably.
And then again, I did leave to go use the bathroom. It was
even then
too much wine.
Old man bladder.
Well, my theater shows a half hour of trailers, and I did not leave, and I still haven't seen it. So
can't make up movies, Randy. It's not how this works.
Google it. Google it. So, the weekend of August 11th. This is kind of like the I'll go see it, but do I care? Not really. Gran Turismo.
The Haunted Mansion of
the Haunted Mansion of August. Also, like, I'm not watching this. I don't care enough to go see the last voyage of Demeter. Like, we got Dracula in April.
Dracula?
We got Dracula in April. I don't care.
August is always so dry that I always end up kind of seeing everything that comes out. So like, I'll see that. I don't understand.
I'll be honest with you. I feel like the summer blockbusters end by the end of July.
Why do they do that?
Like Nick is saying, like August is just. I feel like August is becoming the new January. They just throwing shit in there just to have movies in there.
August, September.
August was last year, and like, remember a few years ago when the Hitman's Bodyguard was like #1 for like 3 weeks in a row, and I was like, man, what? But it's like August. They just let August like die.
We're in August.
That's what they should have threw the Flash in.
In August.
Remember when Guardians of the Galaxy came out in August?
Yeah, and it was #1 for like 3 weeks. I guess Ninja Turtles is big-ish.
Yeah.
And Gran Turismo, I wouldn't call it like a tentpole.
I mean, if gamers are interested and it's based on true events, it's like Gran Turismo can hit.
I don't hate like.
It's Neil Blomkamp.
Yeah.
David Harbour, like, Orlando Bloom.
The fact that it's based on a true story is kind of like.
It's interesting.
And like, I'm like, fuck would they do this? I kind of want to know, like, why the fuck did they think this was a good idea?
And then the Gal Gadot action Heart of Stone is on Netflix that weekend.
No.
The sequel to Hand.
Moving on. Moving on to the weekend of the 18th. We got Blue Beetle. Can't put the Flash in August because we got Blue Beetle rocket.
Touche. Yeah. I'm excited for that.
We also got Strays. Strays looks hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, trailer.
Nick's most anticipated movie of the rest of the year. which could still get pushed back because that's what's happened to this movie, White Bird.
Dude, I have never seen a movie like reassess its whole marketing strategy the way that movie did. Because I did not know that was even coming out when I saw Elvis last year. It had the trailer in front of it. And it was like,
holy crap, you're right.
It was like lines that ripped Wonder. And like, it's showing us all about the bully kid from Wonder. And then like Helen Mirren's like his grandma. And she's like, when I was a kid, I was bullied too.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, you weren't. You were in the Holocaust. Like, that's completely... oh, Jesus. That's so different. That has nothing to do with what he was doing. And, like, the new trailer, like, not that. Like, it's more
from the director of The Man Named Otto.
Yeah.
If you ever...
He probably made this movie before that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And, like,
such
A Man Named Otto was kind of a banger in January, so of course it gets the name drop.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I'll probably see it, but I'm like so like scratching my head. Like, what was this a book? I don't remember.
Then we got the weekend of the 25th. Ugh. I guess it's gonna be a snooze fest. We got Vacation Friends 2, the John Cena Little Rel movie from Hulu is getting a sequel.
Wow.
Good for them.
I haven't seen any commercials or trailers or anything for it.
Nah. Retribution, which directed by the director of Predators, is the new Liam Neeson action movie, even though Liam Neeson supposedly retired from action movies like 6 years ago. But is it... Did y'all see this trailer? Is it Speed and he can't get out of his car?
Yeah, fair, it doesn't look like he's doing much action. He's just kind of in his car. Like, why are you doing this to me?
So, what's that Tom Hardy movie where he was in his car the whole time?
Yeah.
That was... Nick, that was pretty good, Nick.
That's like, especially you're like, turn your damn phone off. It's like, Dad, it's not. So then,
yeah, man.
I'll go see it then.
I don't know the last Liam Neeson led movie that I actually went to go see. I just blind bought everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
And,
Nice.
and then we got Bottoms, another like raunchy R-rated comedy, which looks hilarious, even though two of y'all have already kind of dismissed it. Haters, the white guys, specifically the white guys. We talked about the trailer like 2 episodes ago, and y'all was
Yeah.
Trailer for that. I thought it was Joyride. So I was like, I'll just wait and watch it in the theater. And like nothing played in front of Joyride. Except for The Expendables 4, something else.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Yeah. But I'll probably get like it's on my like list. I just haven't like I assume I'll probably think funny. I just haven't seen the full trailer for it yet.
Dude, Marshawn Lynch as a guidance counselor or teacher or whatever is going to deliver.
Yeah, it's I'm pretty sure that'll be the highlight of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we went through August in 10 minutes. So are we running
the much better, bro?
Are we running the table as Ninja Turtles is everybody's most anticipated?
Yeah.
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 And like Blue Beetle was another curiosity thing.
Yeah, Blue Beetle's in there. I'm definitely excited for Blue Beetle.
Under normal I'd be like, yes, Blue Beetle. But I'm like, under now circumstances, I'm like, I just feel like
that's the thing.
I mean, DC can put out good movies, and nobody's going to see them, but at least they're good.
I thought Fury of the Gods was good. I guess
I did too.
I thought it was good. I would have bet a few months ago after the trailer, I would have bet that The Flash was going to have a big opening. And then just as time went on, I was like, wait, people don't give a shit. And like they kept being like, this is the best superhero movie I've ever seen. I was like, I don't think people give a shit. And they've been talking about Blue Beetle like,
dude,
so fun. And
all that. Tom Cruise got an early screening of the Flash, and he called the director. That shit backfired like a motherfucker. Stephen King saw the Flash. Like, dude, who cares?
Stephen King talking about how doesn't usually watch superhero movies, I'm like, this is the one you watched and you thought was great.
Right.
Shit.
Right? Like, why? Like, y'all caught a bag. Y'all claim that this is the best comic book movie you've ever seen since The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Obviously, nobody was buying that shit.
And so I feel like the Blue Beetle, whether it's good or bad or whatever, I feel like it could just be that. I'm like, they could be like, this movie's so full of heart. It's so great. It's the first this, and it's the first that. And I'm gonna be like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It'll be fine at best.
Yep. So, September. The weekend of the September. The weekend of September 1st, we get the Equalizer 3. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
The Equalizer 2 was Denzel's first sequel,
there.
so we got Denzel's first trilogy. Denzel whooping
Right
ass
there.
is always a good time.
Yes. Now you're speaking my language.
Now you're speaking my
More
language.
excited for that than anything in August. I'm gonna put that down.
I'm not-
gonna say yeah.
Ninja Turtles is still over Equalizer, but I'm hyped.
No.
And then it looks like Laz Alonso from The Boys is getting a solo movie. Mother's Milk also comes out that weekend.
No.
I mean, there is a movie called Mother's Milk, but it's Olivia
Asian.
Cook and Hilary Swank and Jack Rayner. I have no idea what it is. It'll probably come out to like 4 theaters.
That's gonna be some soft drama.
For sure. The weekend of September 8th, we got The Nun 2. Y'all have fun with that. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. Eric, that's all you. And Poor Things. Too weird for me. I'm not going to see this in a million years.
Poor Things looks awesome. The Nun 2 looks good too. Fuck it. I'm gonna go see all 3 of those shits.
The good thing about that weekend is I get to relax because I won't be seeing none of that shit.
That's a fact. I will not be in the theater that weekend.
What are you seeing? None of it. I was like, oh, so The Nun?
Oh, did y'all mention Poor Things?
Yes, it looks
Yeah.
super weird.
Okay. So,
Go
I don't
off.
know, for a movie that has strong and pervasive
Gerard Carmichael is in it.
blank content, I don't know, I might have to check that one out.
It looks wacky.
I only watch rich things. I have taste.
Yeah.
The weekend of the 15th. Kenneth Branagh drops his trilogy, A Haunting in Venice. A Haunting in
One more time.
Venice. Who said
That's
this?
coming out.
A Haunting in Venice comes out that weekend. And the Zendaya-led tennis movie that is only about tennis, Challengers.
Yeah.
I want to see both of those.
Yeah.
want to experience both of those.
I'll be honest with you, the whole thing of Venice, my wife wants to see it, but it's going to be a hard sell because she saw that trailer, the opening. She did not like those. She don't like possession stuff. That's when it
Facts.
came off across.
Me neither.
He said facts.
You know, and I was like, nah, look, it's Kenneth
Oh,
Branagh.
man.
It's part of the Orient Express, trilogy.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
There. Well, all right, fellas. I'm sorry I gotta split out, but remember, love, peace, and soul.
Now that the party pooper's out of here, and we
I
have
haven't heard that in
and we
a
have
long
2
time.
weekends left.
I haven't heard that in
Sorry,
eons.
y'all. I'll catch y'all later.
All right, man.
Later.
Oh.
But yeah, it's just I like my loophole is that like Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile didn't really like allude to any of those like eerie things like that. So I feel like anything that they
Exactly.
see is just gonna be like visions. Nobody's really gonna be possessed or whatever.
Yeah.
I wasn't even 100% sure like what that was until like Randy shared the trailer on like the podcast page. Like, why does he give a shit about a haunting and whatever? Just like at the end, it was like Poirot, and I was like, no shit.
That's how I was.
But what's hilarious about this shit is it because of the whole Disney buying Fox thing. It took so long for Death on the Nile to come out, and it's like as soon as they bought Fox, they were like, "Fuck it, greenlight the third one."
I even said last year, I was like planning on watching like the old Poirot movies, and I was like, Death on the Nile just seems like they're kind of putting it out, and it probably won't be huge, And so I said in my post, I was like, if they do a third one, I'll watch the old ones, thinking in my head like they're not gonna release, and like it's already coming out, so I gotta go buy like the ones I haven't bought yet.
No shit.
Like, shit, fuck,
Funny.
I promise. But
Yeah, that trailer though surprised me because we saw it in front of The Flash. Actually, when we went to see The Flash,
I might have too.
saw it in front of The Flash, and my wife's like has her eyes closed. Once they first, I'm like, I'll let you know when it's over. And they say, I know. I see Kenneth Branagh's Perot, and I'm like, oh, it's part of this. And she's like, I don't care. I'm not watching this. I'm like, oh, it's part of this. She's like, nope. I'm like, so hopefully we'll see it, but I'm down for it. But like you're right, Randy. I thought it was. I didn't even guess it was that until I saw Kenneth Branagh as Perot on screen. I thought it was like another. Here we go again, another possession haunting movie.
Yeah, but it's like you got Jamie Dornan, Tina Fey, Kelly Riley, Michelle Yeoh. The cast is legit.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there. I'm afraid.
Yep.
But like, did the last one even do that well? I remember like one, but it did like 10 million or something like that. Like it was like nothing.
I mean, like it was February of 2022 when people were still scared of the public.
Yes. Not really.
It made 137 on a 90 million budget, so it kind of made back.
Worldwide or here?
I don't know, fool. I think Wikipedia does the worldwide. That's kind of bad for worldwide.
That's not great.
Yeah.
I almost saw it twice because I went and saw it, and then the next week Uncharted came out, and when I went and saw Uncharted, Death on the Nile just started playing, and nobody.
I remember that.
I was like, guys, fuck.
Really? Are we watching a video game movie or
The trailer for Uncharted
a murder
played,
mystery?
but I was like, wait, hold on.
So it lost money. So it made 137 worldwide. Usually what they say the formula is whatever the budget is, it has to make 2.5 times that amount. So basically for them to even break even, they probably had to make about 225 million. So they lost quite a bit on that.
They got confidence in the third one. But the weekend of September 22nd is kind of stacked. One or two of these won't even come to my theater, so I'll be able to see whatever comes out. I'm not pronouncing this shit with the number in the middle of the fucking title. Expendables 4 comes out.
Expendables?
No. Dumb Money comes out and Drive Away Dolls comes out. Both of those look great. And
Dumb Money looks really good.
Really?
I don't know which one I'd rather my theater didn't get.
Expendables 4.
Nah, I think Expendables is probably like the money maker that weekend. So that's the franchise. That'll be at my theater. It's either gonna be Dumb Money or It'll probably be Drive Away Dolls. I hate to say it, even though it's directed by one Coen, I'm considering it a Coen Brothers movie.
Yeah. I'm just shocked they're making an Expendables 4.
It looks so trash, but I'll be there.
Yeah, same.
Years. I just feel like we lost a lot of Expendables.
They were expendable.
The kind of like draw of the first one, like the first one was like a hit, was like, look at these old dogs. Like, look these gods together. And it was like, okay, yeah, it made some money, so we're gonna do a 2, and then we're gonna add maybe a couple people. And we're gonna do a 3 and make it PG-13 for some reason.
With younger actors who their people are not invested in.
Yeah, I feel like we've kind of fallen off the draw.
Yeah, it's like I'm a 50 Cent fan. He's not an action star. Megan Fox isn't an action star.
Yeah.
Like Iko Uwais is a very entertaining actor, but like American audiences aren't invested.
Not necessarily.
Jason Statham is in another franchise.
Yeah.
He's having a good summer this year.
Jason Statham in his third sequel this year.
We lose Jet Li. Like, is he busy? Like, why isn't he in it?
I just think he's one of those OGs that just kind of faded away, rode off.
I like Jet Li.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Terry Crews was in them for whatever reason, but like he's not in this one to my knowledge.
I think Terry Crews had like a Me Too thing with a producer. I genuinely think so.
Producer?
So they were like, 50 Cent, we need a swole black dude to be in Expendables 4. Here's a check.
I don't know. I think Terry Crews is doing Tales of the Walking Dead season 2. Who knows?
It is possible. See, I don't see anything about Terry Crews, who starred in all previous films, refused to appear in any new entries after claiming he was sexually assaulted by Stallone's agent, Adam Vennet, alleging he was pressured by producer Avi Lerner to drop the case if he wanted to stay in the series. Obviously, he didn't drop the case.
Nope.
I don't think I knew all those specifics. I remember him.
That's the first I ever heard of it. That's crazy.
I remember him coming out and saying that. Because people were clowning him. They were, how'd you let that happen? It's supposed to, like, murder somebody on site?
I mean,
That's weird.
similar to, like, it's kind of sort of similar to a Brendan Fraser thing. Like, shit happens. Like, ego makes dirt ball motherfuckers think that they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Then the last weekend in September 29th, Rocket, here you go. Paw Patrol, the mighty movie.
Hey.
That's all you. And then something that I feel like is going to be incredibly fire, but like nobody's going to go see it. The Creator, the new one from Gareth Edwards, looks great.
I've heard that its budget is not, I keep coming back to that, but I've heard its budget is like under $100 million.
It looks like it's 86.1.
Yeah. Come on. Like, it's got to make that. Come on.
Yeah. Come on. So,
it looks, that trailer's great. And I've seen, like, posters and stuff like, it as an IMAX event. I'm like, more of that. Make it feel like I can't miss thing.
Yeah.
And it can make money.
As good as The Creator looks, my most anticipated has got to be Equalizer 3.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah. Those movies kick ass.
Yeah, they do.
And that's it, Denzel.
Denzel and Antoine Fuqua.
He's not.
Shit, I like Unstoppable with him and Chris Pine on the train. So
yeah. I have a Tony Scott binge penciled in for later in the year. That'll get watched. So that's your third quarter preview. Drop a comment, hit us up, let us know what you're looking forward to. Next episode, there's so much to talk about next episode. Mission Impossible, Oppenheimer, Barbie. So it just might be one of those, what we thought about the recent releases. I'll be back, finish it up. It's Rec League Podcast. Yo, trying to explain to people how I spend my time. I put words in a sequence and I try to make it rhyme. Flex my skill and I share my talent. Pull it off like your lady panties, but I got poor balance. Let you jokers take the fall like I'm Jack Palance. Carl Grissom, all the ones that come at me and fail, tell them I miss them. When I diss them, they can swallow my jism. I got the clear view and they in the rear view. You talking reckless, but I'm too elevated to hear you. Indianapolis, East Side is what I claim is my hood. Raised me, it's crazy, but I'm feeling like Nas, cause life is good. Not worried about the look on your friend's face. I'm a menace like Lorenz Tate's. You used to sit in kindergarten and eat paste. That's why it seemed to be my nuts that you're stuck on. And I ain't worried about you, so you can move the fuck on. And chill until the next episode.